Racket magazine, racket magazine,
Baby, there's a shark in the water. There's something underneath my bed. Oh, please believe I said.
Hi, I'm Jason, and we're here with Vivi Brown for RacketMag.com, and she just killed the stage out there. How was it, and how did you get set up being on with Maroon 5?
It's great. The crowd was really cool. I think it's always a lot harder when you're a support act and people have bought and invested their money in watching the main act. But they seem to warm to us, and the tour generally on a whole has been really exciting. And I think what is making the tour even more exciting is that Maroon 5 are really nice people, and we're having such a lovely time hanging out with them pre-show. So yeah, it's very exciting and very good.
And now you've been touring in the U.S. for a while now. What's the biggest difference between the U.S. and overseas, where you're from?
The US is a huge country, and so it's takes a lot of work because you have to commit to it and really be on your grind. And I think also as well, obviously in Europe you have many different countries that have different languages, where here it's the same language. But yeah, I mean, it's a beast, America, a beast that I'd like to hopefully tame. And I'm enjoying going into the different states and experiencing all the different cultural differences. Like Atlanta's very different from New York, and New York is very different from LA, you know.
What's the favorite thing that we have here that they don't have in the UK?
I think everything's much bigger roads and a lot more food, which is a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, if you're really hungry, you know in America that you're going to get a good meal. But I love Europe. As much as I love being in America, I'm definitely a European at heart. I miss home very much.
Now, obviously, you're a beautiful model and you're very into fashion, but what was first, the love for music or the love for fashion?
The love for music was my very first love, and it'll always be, because I get more fulfillment from music than fashion.
And Vivi is an MC name, if I'm correct. You want to explain how that came about? And also, are you influenced by hip-hop music? And would you want to do any collaborations with hip-hop artists?
I love hip-hop. I love conscious hip-hop. I'm not into the kind of hip-hop where they just repeat the same word 20 million times. I love Jay Electronica, De La Soul, Common, Mos Def, Twali, and I just... the Vivi came from me falling in love with the old school 80s, 90s hip-hop, and I used to do battles in the playground. And if I had to work with any artist, it would most definitely be Jay Electronica, because I think he's the truth, and I think he's bringing back where hip-hop should be.
And basically, you know, you've had the success of your first album, and it's even been a success over here, which is a lot harder for UK artists to cross over here. What musical projects are you working on now?
I'm currently kind of writing my second album. Although I'm still in the cycle of this first album in the States, we're very keen on releasing the second album in England next year. So I've been doing a lot of writing on the tour bus. And I'm also getting ready for a European tour in France, where we're more well known in those areas, so that our shows are going to be a bit more different, because we'll be the headline. So I'm really excited about putting on a real show with like lights and installation art and stuff. And then I also have other projects too, like my comic book.
Yeah, tell us about that. I know you're really into art and drawing. Tell us about what inspired you for that.
The comic book was just a project of love. Me and my friend David Elaine decided we wanted to tell a story through illustration, and we've collectively put together a series of 6 comics, which would be a graphic novel at the end of the year. And we do it because we love it. I think for me, like, I just enjoy creating stuff and seeing a product come from nothing. So yeah, I'm really excited. If you want to check it out, you can go on www.thecityofabacus.com.
Okay. Now, when I listen to your music, I get a mixture of things. You know, obviously, I get a 60s bass line, kind of a Marvelette kind of a feel, and then you have some punk, and then obviously you have your voice, which is personally you. How would you describe your music?
I call it alternative pop. And I call it alternative pop because it'll always have an edge. Whatever I do, whether it be retro or electro or African, whatever edge there is, that it'll always have an edge, and there'll always be pop melodies on the top.
And you were mentioning, obviously you're bigger, over in Europe and headline more. Do you feel that it's a difficult task to cross over from Europe to America? I mean, I know Craig David did, okay over here. He did, go sell a platinum album, but compared to his status in Europe, it was nothing. Do you feel that it's going to be a challenge for you as well?
Yeah, I definitely think it's always a challenge because the US is such a huge country, and I think people from Europe make different kinds of music. The music scene is different there, so we always come here with music that's a bit more alternative because we naturally make alternative music anyway. I think America is more straight down the line, hip hop, rock, pop, where in England it's much more mixed up. But you just have to have the humility to start again and the patience to let things grow and develop. And you have to be willing to tour as well because you need to seriously commit to America, otherwise you'll have a little bit of a buzz for a while and then after that you'll just fade away because there's so many artists here.
Okay. As an artist, how have you evolved from the Arigatos to where you are now?
How did you know about that?
I do research, I tried.
I think I'm still the same girl as I was when I was like 12, 13, but I think it's more refined and I'm a lot wiser. I don't chase after the fame game anymore, which I did when I was in my teens. It's just all about music and being creative and being happy. And I also think I've learned a lot from my mistakes, and I've truly found myself as a young woman, and I know what I want, where when I was young I was still kind of trying to find my feet. But I really enjoyed being in that band though. It was a lot of fun.
Do you still communicate with your other band members?
On Facebook, yeah. I mean, a lot of them are all got married and had kids now and are working in normal jobs or teaching music at schools. But every now and then when I do like a sort of Facebook update or status about my music or something, they'll say something really sweet.
Okay. And obviously, you're getting older. Let me first by asking, because I know a lot of your male viewers are wondering, are you an eligible bachelorette?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm very much in love at the moment. I'm very happy with a guy that I've just met actually. Very talented artist as well. He draws and he's an illustrator and photographer. So sorry guys, I'm definitely smitten.
I think I'll live. Outside, I know you're busy with your tour, it's working on your second album, your comic. Is there anything else you want to let people know that you're working on right now?
Yeah, I'm working on an exhibition where when people ask for my autograph, I'll ask for theirs back. And then we want to do like a big art gallery exhibition with all the autographs that we've collected over the world, or in America and England and stuff. And what else? I had a really great idea about something which I can't reveal, but I think for me, I think the more I get recognised and the more financially stable I become because of that recognition, I always want to just put my money and invest into my art and my projects and be creative. So I think for the future I've got so many ideas that I would like to do just for the sake of being creative. It's not going to make me any money, it's just something that I'd like to do. So just look out, keep watching me, and there'll be... Oh, I'm working on a novel. I'm writing a book. I finished writing the book. I'm just getting it edited at the moment.
What's that about?
It's a witty autobiography where I take the piss out of celebrity culture and my lifestyle, and it's called Grey School Socks.
Okay. And can you give us a website or any way we can keep in touch with your latest projects and what you're doing?
If you want to check me out, you can find me at www.vvbrown.com, or you can find me at my Twitter, which is Twitter/VVBrown. Facebook, I have a Facebook account, and just generally catch me at those places. MySpace, we keep it updated, and you can find out all the niggly things I'm doing.
Racket.